at this time just kind of started dating-ish. We were so work focused and got to know each other that way. And, that day, he's normally starts off rough in the morning. I think he probably talked about people don't talk to Tom before noon kind of thing. But this day was a little bit different. He stayed in that space throughout the entirety of the day. So not focused. He's so tight at work. I mean, this guy was flawless, what it seemed like, on targets. And he was missing things. He was messing up. So he just seemed like this isn't the normal Tom that I'm used to seeing. Did I think he was going to try to take his life? Of course not. I just noticed something was off. Something was different. And quite honestly, it was like 110 in Canton, Ohio. It was just, and we're smoked out with they're all kitted up in all of their gear. So he said, I'm going to make a phone call. And I thought, in 110 parking garage? This really is not adding up now. He's got a hotel room all to himself. He could go in that room and make a phone call. Why is he hanging out in this parking garage? So I walked away from the car. I went with the other two Green Berets, and halfway to the room, they were helping me carry my photo gear. The one guy had set it down, and he's like, hey, I'm just going to go shower real quick, and I'm just going to go down the bar right away. I'm not even going to wait for everyone. You should just come down after. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try to get a hold of Tom, and then I'll just wait for him and come down with Tom. And he's, okay, sure. So I went to the room, and I started unpacking my gear, and just everything inside my spirit was like, something's not right. So I started texting him. You want to meet me? Teddy said he's going to go to the bar early. Let's just go early. Nothing. He's usually very, very responsive. Another text, nothing. Another text, nothing. And by this point, I thought, he's not on a phone call. And I knew something was off. I was just about ready to go to the parking garage. And for some reason, I don't even know why, I told him he was late. He wasn't late. I mean, we had hours. He wasn't late. No, we had hours before this meetup. And so people ask me why I said that to him, or how did I know? It was divine. I know that now, that it took something like that to stop him.
You guys had only known each other for a couple weeks up to this point in time. Mm. You're busy as shit. You have a bunch of camera gear. You're trying to manage an entire film project for, the U.S. Navy?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And this is what's on your mind. This is what's sticking.
For sure. For sure. Humans first, always.
Just some guy's got to make a phone call that you've known for a couple weeks, and that's in your head.
It was in my head.
This isn't right.
I had suicide attempts when I was younger, 14, 15. I don't know if it was something just... We joked that our trauma was attracted to each other, and I don't know if it was instinct. I'm assuming it was God. Stepped in and said, tell him he's late, because that's what stopped him. And people, the hardest thing he's ever told me was, you're my savior. You saved me. And that broke me.
He told you that?
Mm-hmm. And I said, if I save you, I can also destroy you. I'll miss it one time. You won't get that text from me that says you're late. And so there was this tremendous weight for years that I thought I could keep him alive. And I watched him bang guns off his head. I was on my knees begging him not to pull a trigger, literally thinking I'm going to watch.
How would that start?
In the stupidest way possible, every single time. And that's what makes it feel so insanely crazy, is that this is over nothing. This is over a cup in the sink. This is over socks left on the staircase. This is something that has embarrassed you, just this big, of going, hey, you're overreacting. I'm overreacting now. You're telling me. Now I've embarrassed you. I've shamed you. But that's not the conversation we're having. It's still, you're a shitty mom or you're a shitty wife, into the cycle of, I am going to destroy you and I'm going to take you down to nothing. And then once he would do that, it would be this aha moment of, what have I done? Complete shame, embarrassment, pain. And I think the worst part is I could see it. I could see it on his face that he was in so much pain what he just did to me. And so immediately I would go into repair mode. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll talk to a therapist tomorrow. Just get some air. Just go for a drive. Go punch a bag. Call a friend, because I knew he was this close many, many times. And there was a time where he had his finger on the trigger just once.
I mean, you would see him actually holding a pistol
To his head.
banging it on his head.
In tears saying, let me just do this.
How many times did that happen, do you think?
6, 7. I mean, I got to the point where I started hiding the guns soon as I could feel something was off that day. And then that would piss him off. Where are my guns? Well, I don't think you should have them. Last week I saw you banging it on the side of your temple, asking me to give you permission to end it. I'm never going to do that. Never going to let you. I'm going to fight for you, fight for us until the end. And so I think the last time I literally was on my knees, we were in the bedroom, and he always told me, and I knew this for 10 years, you never put your finger on the trigger unless you intend to pull it. And so all these other times he had the gun in his hand, but this time he put his finger on the trigger. And as soon as I saw that, I thought it was done, truly. I thought I was going to watch him pull it. And I know many other unit wives that had to watch that. So I literally thought in that second, like, this is my time. This is where I watch him die.
What stopped him?
I fell to my knees, literally was grabbing him by his pants. I knew not to try to take the gun. I was scared to touch it, that he might react. And I think when he saw me fall to the ground, just sobbing, begging him not to, it's like this recollection, like Tom came back, because Tom's often gone when this would happen. He'd go somewhere else. Crawler came forward, and the guy I knew and loved was gone, just gone. His eyes would turn black, and then they would turn blue again. And when I saw him see me on the ground that way, he fell to the ground too, put the gun to the side, and he said, I'll never do that to you again. And he didn't.
That was it?
That was it.
Where are the kids when this is all happening?
Thank God never at our house. And truly thank God. For some reason, he wouldn't really start it when they were around. I think he knew they're my hard line. They're not going to see that. They're not going to be put into a situation like I had growing up. And you'll be gone before they will be gone. So he was always very careful around my kids, always guarded, hands off, to the point where I'm like, you could come out of the bedroom at times. Like, you don't have to lock yourself away. But thank God none of that ever happened.